I want to share with you 5 business lines of credit, no social security number required for a pickup truck business, and maximum line of credit amount approval $1 million. So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. Number 5, you have Funding Circle. Our score 8.7 over 10. So when you think about Funding Circle, this is this lender is great for established pickup truck businesses. Okay, you got to be in business for at least 3 years. You got to have what they actually look at. They look at a minimum of 100 loads within those 3 year that 3 year period. So if you want to actually qualify for this business line of credit, no SSN required. For your pickup truck business, you got to have 100 loads, okay? And this is really great. What we love about this lender Funding Circle is that they start you in terms of APR, you are looking at 10.99%. This is really cool, not a problem at all. And what we want to say is that there is no revenue requirements in some cases, but you got to be in business for 3 years, okay? And so they'll ask you to provide a record of the 100, at least the 100 loads that you have hauled in that 3 year period. What we love about Funding Circle in general is that they pay attention to a lot of things. Let me quickly go through the pros and cons so you have a clear idea what we're speaking about here. So here are the pros of Funding Circle. You have a very competitive starting APR. You have monthly payments on some lines of credit. So if you actually score a pickup truck business line of credit through Funding Circle, they might require you to actually make weekly payments. So you don't really have like monthly payments that you usually have. You can, of course, you have monthly payments, but there are cases where they will ask you to actually repay them on a weekly basis. It's totally possible. And again, a business line of credit, usually you have a draw period and a repayment period, but with Funding Circle, they actually want you to pay something. So you'll be paying a little bit of the principal amount and also the some interest also. And what we love about Funding Circle is that your pickup truck business could receive a business line of credit, no social security number required within 48 hours. This is really good. 48 hours, fantastic. What about the cons here? They have high borrower requirements and low maximum credit limits. And we're talking about $100,000. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We're having a quick convo with you about pickup truck business line of credit, no SSN required, and so up to $1 million. But for Funding Circle, the maximum is $100,000. Number 4, you have On Deck. Our score 9 over 10. So On Deck is kind of cool if you are looking for, let's say, a pickup truck business line of credit, and you are a repeat borrower. In other words, you have done business with On Deck in the past. They will actually take care of you, not a problem. They want your pickup truck business to be in operation for 1 year. They don't have like a load requirement. They're not asking you to have a certain number of loads as Funding Circle does have, but you are able to actually pre-qualify on Deck website. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, this is really good, and you can be funded real fast. And they want you to have a minimum annual revenue of $100,000. So your pickup truck should have $100,000 for the last 2 years. That's average, and we're talking about gross revenue. So that's about $8,000 every month. So yeah, in terms of credit score, they don't have credit score requirements because there's no social security requirements, and so this is kind of fine. So one thing I want you to think, when you think about On Deck, think about the business line of credit could actually vary. We have seen people getting approved for $100,000. Sometimes it goes to $150,000. So it really depends on the particulars of your pickup truck business. And now let's talk about the pros and cons of this program here. So pros, you have discounts for repeat borrowers. You have a credit bureau reporting. So basically, they will report to. We're talking about Dun & Bradstreet. We're talking about Experian Business and Equifax Business. And you have fast funding times with On Deck. What about the cons here? You have high starting APRs, and they have relatively high borrower requirements. Even though they're not checking your social, they're still asking you to have like $100,000 in minimum annual revenue. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about 5 pickup truck business line of credit, no social security number required. And we're talking about approvals that go all the way to $1 million. Number 3, you have Bluevine. Our score 9.4 over 10. So if you have a pickup truck business and you are trying to get a business line of credit, no social security number involved, in other words, EIN, you will love Bluevine. Bluevine will actually approve you all the way to about $250,000, not a problem. And by the way, Bluevine is now they have actually opened a business banking operation. So if you have a pickup truck and you're looking for a business bank account, it's a great opportunity to actually open a business bank account through Bluevine. That way, you are really cultivating a tighter relationship with this lender, so that when you are willing to apply for them, like you're applying with them, they will approve you real fast. So we're talking about a business line of credit, no social security number required for up to $250,000. Okay, and so they want you to have a $10,000 minimum monthly revenue, but they could waive that if you already have a relationship with them. They'll take care of you, and they want you to be in business for 6 months. And Bluevine will pay attention to your load book. They want to see how many loads you have hauled for clients in the last 6 months to 12 months. What Bluevine pays attention also to the diversity of your clients. So it's not just about how many loads you have hauled, but also it's the diversity of those clients who actually booked loads with your pickup truck business. So it's important to diversify your clientele. Okay. And so one thing I want to say is that, let me quickly go through the pros and cons here. And so the pros, you have low starting rates. You have monthly payments on some lines, and you have same or next day funding. And another thing is no SSN required. And what about the cons here? Sometimes you have high borrower requirements, and you have potentially large fees on some lines, especially when you get closer to the maximum line amount. We're talking about $250,000. So for your pickup truck, if you want business lines of credit for your pickup truck business, you are going to be capped at the $250,000. That's the maximum. That's what that's what they go by. So, but listen, it's still worth it anyway, if you were to ask me. Number 2, you have Backed. Our score 9.7 over 10. When you think about Backed, I want you to think about a lender that can actually give you up to $2 million in terms of pickup truck business line of credit, no social security number required. Up to $2 million. I know I say up to $1 million in the title of this show, but with the Backed, as you can see on the screen, they can actually fund you up to $2 million. Okay. And so that you can do a lot with your pickup truck. And basically, it's all about having flexibility in your operation. Imagine what you could do with $2 million for your pickup truck business. You could do a lot of stuff. You can maybe buy new vans. You can maybe expand your operation. You can actually try to fight for new lines with FedEx or USPS. You might try to acquire new USPS lines or new FedEx lines. You could do a lot of stuff, right? So the thing is that the Backed wants you to be in business for 1 year, and Backed actually loves to also see your load book. They want to see how many loads you have, the diversity of your clients. They also like to see the kind of relationships you have built with local shippers, but also with national shippers. Again, when we talk about national shippers, we're speaking about the likes of Amazon. We're talking about the USPS. We're speaking about FedEx and so on and so forth. Okay, and CCH and so on and so forth. It's important to actually diversify your clientele, as I just said. And one thing we love about Backed is that Backed is kind of new, though. Backed have been in the industry for a couple of years now. So compared to all the other players into this conversation, like you talk about Bluevine or On Deck, they've been around for a while. They are the OGs in this space. Backed is kind of new, which is great because it means that they have more flexible requirements. So if you have a pickup truck and you are looking for a business line of credit, no social security number required, this is kind of cool. And what we love about Backed also is that they have flexible repayments. This is really good. And you do have an automated application, I would say, program through Backed. You have low approval requirements, and you have funds are available as soon as the next business day. So this is really good. You know, they are really fast too. Okay. Now, some of the things we don't like with Backed is that, First of all, you don't have like transparency for rates. Like you have no idea how much they're really charging, like the APRs. So if they give you, let's say if they give you a pickup truck business line of credit, no SSN, you have no idea about the APR they're charging you. So it is what it is. And they don't actually work with certain industries, but I can guarantee you that they work with the logistics industry, not a problem. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about pickup truck business line of credit, no social security number required. And you have approval up to 1 million to 2 millions. Number one, the best of the best, Lendio, our score, 9.9 over 10. So when we talk about pickup truck business line of credit, no social security number required, Lendio is really one of the best. First of all, Lendio is not a direct lender, so I just want to say that. And Lendio is a lender marketplace, so you have a constellation of lenders who are going to fight for your pickup truck business. So you basically will get the line of credit that you need, and that's for sure. And on Lendio, you can actually get business line of credit up to 1 million or 2 million. It really depends on the lender, because what will happen here is that you have one platform. So you basically will pre-qualify. So again, you're not going to enter a social or anything at all. You pre-qualify first and see how much you could qualify for. So this is the whole thing about pre-qualifying anyway. So what will happen here is that you have you have a single application for your pickup truck business, and Lendio will actually will take care of you. They will actually dispatch your application to their lender network. They have about 80 to 85 lenders in their network. I'm talking about credit unions. I'm talking about banks. I'm talking about online lenders. I'm talking about alternative lenders. They have all kinds of folks, all kinds of lenders. And so they will send your pickup truck business line of credit application to those lenders, and those lenders will actually fight for your business, and they'll get back to you. So that's how you actually will start getting solicitations, start getting offers. But again, we're talking about no social security number. Like nobody's checking your credit, anything. You're not getting you're not having PG, or like you're not having anything at all. So this is really good. Okay. So Lendio, will love Lendio. And the fact that you have that diversity, and things, you can be funded real fast too, depending on the lender. It can go from 1 day all the way to 3 days. Fantastic. So we really love Lendio for that. And this is just really fantastic. In our view, it's like it's great to have one single platform and have access to all those lenders rather at your fingers. It's just great for your pickup truck. And remember, when we talk about the business line of credit for your business, for your pickup truck business, it's not just about the van though. You can use the cash for a lot of things also. Let me give you a few pro tips here. First of all, before I give you the few pro tips, I want to give you a bonus, okay? And if you are still here, I just appreciate it. And the thing is, when we talk about business lines of credit, no social security number required for pickup trucks, it's important to understand that, you probably saw, like in today's conversation, we spoke about online lenders, okay? All the 5 players that I mentioned in today's conversation, they are online lenders. But remember that when we talk about business lines of credit for pickup truck business, or all kinds of delivery businesses for that matter, you also have other lenders that you can work with, right? Online lenders are not the only one. They're not the only ones. You can work with your traditional bank. The Chase of the world, the Wells Fargo, the Citi, the Truist, the PNC, the Bank of America, the BMO, the TD Ameritrade, the TD Bank, the Capital One, the Fifth Third, the Regions of the bank. So the Regions of the world, Regions Bank of the world, of course, the M&T Bank. So you have a constellation of banks that you can work with, right? So what I'm trying to say is, if you are looking for funding for your pickup truck business, you have to think large here. You want to explore, you want to expand your thinking process, because you have banks that already work with you. As a matter of fact, you also have credit unions that are ready to work with you. You have Navy Federal, you have Connexus, you have Consumers Credit Union, you have Blue Fed, you have Teachers Federal Credit Union. So again, you have a lot of players who are willing to work with you. And I'm not even talking about online lenders. I'm not even talking about alternative lenders. When we talk about alternative lenders, you have Balboa Capital. You have NBC, National Business Capital, which is like the kind of equivalent that you have with Lendio. You have also Smart Biz. What am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say, do not limit yourself. If you don't get the cash you want through one lender, you want to look elsewhere. And we are here to help you. We can give you advice about anything, how to get funded for your pickup truck business. Again, we're speaking about EIN only, so no social security number involved. You get funded, not a problem. You can use the cash for a lot of things. You can use the cash for business operations. You can use the cash for your vehicle itself, to repair the vehicle, or even buy a new one, or even lease one. Okay, so the possibilities are endless. That's my point. My point is that the possibilities are endless. So do not limit yourself. Very critical here. Let me give you a few pro tips before we close to this conversation. And the thing is, when we talk about getting a business line of credit for your pickup truck business, it's important the same way I ask you to look at lenders, like look at other lenders. I'm asking you also to diversify your thinking when it comes to the funding programs you'll be interested in. Because see, the bottom line here is you need cash. That's all. That's all that matters. You need money, right? You need money to actually revamp your pickup truck. You need money to take care of your operations. You need money to expand. You need money to seize opportunities. You need money to bid on other load boards, because some of those load boards you have to pay for them, and sometimes they want you to post some kind of guarantee, like financial guarantee. So you need money for a lot of things, and that money may come from other places. That money doesn't have to come from a business line of credit, with or without social. You can try to have a regular loan. Yeah, you can get a regular loan for your pickup truck business. You can also get you can also see if you can get credit cards, a business credit card, because if you need some financing and you are able to actually charge stuff on the business credit cards, why not? As long as those are not huge amounts, you are good to go. And again, when we talk about funding, don't forget that you also have some players in the industry that will fund you based on your load revenue, on your expected load revenue. Okay, there is something called, you have the factor. So, you can go to a factoring agency that will actually, pay you based on your load revenue. So this is something you need to think about. So in this industry, we have the freight factors who are playing an important role. And so it's all important for you to be innovative, to be, I would say, creative in terms of how to find the money. Okay, how to find the money. And the bottom line is, if you're smart enough, you will be able to be funded anyway, regardless of what's happening in your industry. It's all about positioning yourself. All about positioning yourself. Let me quickly do a recap here. Before I do a recap, I just want to share with you the approach we have on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing pickup truck business line of credit with no social security number. Please check this out. Let's quickly do a recap here. So number one, we have Lendio. Our score 9.9 over 10. Number two, we have Backed 9.7 over 10. Number three, we have Blue Vine. Our score 9.4 over 10. Number four, we have On Deck. Our score 9 over 10. Number five, we have a Funding Circle. Our score 8.7 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.